Right, one of my subscribers did ask me for an internal tour, so that's what we're going to do now. It's got the driver's side. This is obviously a UK version or Australian version, whatever you want, but it's a right-hand drive. So I've put this seat cover on. It can only go on the surface. I've always had like full seat covers on my other vehicles, but you can't have a seat cover on this particular seat or the passenger seat because they contain airbags, so you don't want to restrict the airbags going off. So anyway, right, coming in, you've got your door, standard storage. On the door you've got I'm going to do a separate video on buttons and stuff. So you've got your window controls basically there, and your locking. This is obviously automatic. This is your lights and your defrost, etc. It's got a heated front screen. Let's get in so I can try and show you this a little bit better. Right, so we're in. One thing I will add, no, I'll do that in a minute. Right, that's your main steering wheel. I'm going to do a video on all of these controls. Right, we're lighting up now, so I think that should come up in a minute. But anyway, you've got your gear controls here for your, yeah, turn that on, that's it. So you can see everything is all digital. There's no fixed dashboard or anything like that, no needles, none of that old stuff. This is all sort of touch sensitive buttons. Gear control is there, which I think we've covered. You've got your climate control all built in to the dashboard. I'm going to do a separate video on all of that. Air vents here. The climate control actually shows you where the air is coming out for whatever setting you've got with the air conditioning, etc. Over this side you've got your door opening controls and your roof opening controls, and the engine light is in the middle there. Up the top you've got some lights, and you've also got the warnings there. I've got this warning light on because I've got the passenger seat airbag turned off, because normally this seat is forward, my little dog's bed is on there, and when we travel I don't want, you know, if anything happened, I don't want them passenger airbags going off, because that would kill him anyway. Just a quick, I have done a separate video on storage and stuff, but you've got electric park brake there, you've got the double cup holder there, you've got the phone holder there, you've got a 12-volt socket there, normal glove compartment there, another one there, one on the top there, down there you've got the bonnet opener or hood, whatever you want to call it. Captain seat armrests, which I was going to talk to you about at the moment. If you don't lift that captain seat armrest up on that side, and the same on the driver's side, you can't open the door. So you've got to lift the rest up so you can get out. So let's just take you around the other side. You obviously got lights on the bottom of the door when the door's open. Right, this is the view from the passenger side in the front compartment. Same sort of stuff, just a different view. You've got your vents, etc. This is where you turn the passenger airbag on and off. Obviously if you've got a child or something in the front, I've got a little dog, then you turn it off there. On this door panel you've got the window control, handle to get out obviously, and storage, normal storage. Okay, that's the front compartment. So coming in from the passenger side, so something was bleeping then, not sure what it is. That's because I've got the ignition turned on. turn that off in a minute when we get in there. So on this side you've got the little table. I'm not going to do a demonstration of that because that'll be in a separate video where the table can go. You can lift up there, it can go on this end, and it can go on the other side, but I'll show you all of that once we get on a different video. There'll be a video on tables. So coming into the back, you've got the velour seats, which is not the standard trim. Make some nice little soft seats rather than the normal cloth that they use. This is the view from the back. As you can see, tons and tons of leg room. You can move these seats forward. The back of the seats and the front there have got pockets. All on the backs of the seats there's pockets. Up the top there you've got air vents, lights. They're touch sensitive, the lights. If you leave your finger on them they get brighter. Touch them again, they go off. Another one there, and you've got some switches there for the lights. Right, on the inside here you've got the hob, just a one burner, which I don't use, but there'll be another video on how I do cook in here. I don't actually use the gas because I haven't got a gas bottle connected. And then you've got your sink, which is just cold water. There's no hot water system on this. I normally just boil a kettle if I want hot water. Got a couple of little compartments here which are useful just to lay your phone and bits and pieces in, but to bear in mind that when your bed comes out, you're not going to be able to get to them, so don't put stuff in there when you're going to roll your bed out because you won't be able to get to it. In here you've got your gas on and off, you've got your cutlery drawer, which is a soft close drawer, and you've got storage around there. There's some sockets in there which I will cover in another video. This video isn't for covering the sockets. You've got on the pillows here, you've got the switch which operates the doors. You've got a little grab handle there and a little hook if you want to hang anything up. Now on this side you've also got another vent there and a vent there which you can have the air conditioning on for the passengers. This is your main control panel which does all the operations. There'll be a separate video on that. You've also got storage under there, which is a useful storage compartment. Headrests at the back are turned round at the moment. They should face the other way if you've got passengers in here, but I keep them turned round because I don't have passengers in the back because it's only me, and you need to turn them round to be able to fold them down to make the bed up. I'll show the bed making up in a separate video. At the top there you've got storage, which is in my storage video. I'm not going to open all of that up because there's no need. Over this side you've got more storage, a couple of cupboards there, one under there which you can really only get to when the bed is folded out. Let's get out. These seats slide forward, etc., which you can, I mean, if you want more storage in the back, you can slide these seats, you know, right forward to about here, and you still have plenty of leg room, and that gives you more storage at the back. Anyway, let's go around the back now. I think we've covered the internal tour there. Let's turn this off. Yep. Right. Yeah, what I was saying earlier, if you've got the armrest down in that position, you can't open the door. If you're sitting in there, you've got your captain seat set up, and you won't be able to open the door, so you have to physically lift that up. Obviously, assume there's a sensor in there which then allows you to open the door. So going around the back, normal California seats in the tailgate, and your storage here. You've got the table under there. That'll be a separate video that I'll do on the table. You've got this thing, which I don't know why they didn't find a way of putting that up, but it clanks on your head. But anyway, that's not a big deal. So you've got your water in there, and there's a little shower point there. In the cupboard here, which I keep all of my emergency bits and pieces like fuses and spare this and spare that. Underneath here is the shower, which plugs into this point here next to the filler cap for the water tank. That's just a cold shower, so if you fancy a cold shower, then you can have that. This is the bed. This is a mattress topper that doesn't come with the van. This is the blinds. This is the front blind. It comes in small telescopic poles that you just fold out and make it up. I actually leave it made up. These two are the side window, the front side window blinds, which I'll do a separate video on the blinds so you can see how they work properly. But everything else has got pull-out blinds. All of the rear windows have pull-out blinds, and it looks like there's a little cobweb there. That's nice. Let's get rid of that. I don't really want that in there. So anyway, I think that sort of covers the inside tour. If there's anything I haven't covered and you want to see, I will be doing another video on measurements of how big the storage areas are, etc. But this is just a quick tour around the internals of the vehicle. And of course, the front seats do swivel around, but I'll do a separate video on swiveling the seats so that you can go straight to it if you want to see that, which will be up at some point. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, click the like button. If you want to see more of this content, I'm going to do loads of videos on this van. And if you want to see, oh, that's right, I've just set the door control off to close the door. I'm not quite sure how I did it. Maybe I caught my hand on the... Did I catch my hand? No, I didn't catch my hand on the button. Anyway, something decided to close the door. So if you want to see more of this content, click the subscribe button, and thanks for watching.